Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here with...
Ready.
And Jelly Bean, of course. And we're getting ready to do the bark box, Charlie. Charlie! We have a bark box. Oh, here he comes. Here comes Nixie. Oh, boy. Let me see if I can get this angled down more so you guys can see the puppies. Charlie? We're getting ready to do November bark box, right, Charlie Ann and Nixie Ann and Jelly Bean Ann? Everybody's got to have an Ann name. Okay. This is home for... This is cute. Let me show you before Charlie. Home for Thanksgiving box. Bark box, people. Okay, guys ready? This is so cute. I mean, look at this one, though. This is cute. It's a turkey, Charlie. Look at that. Oh, what? Are you excited? Okay, take it. Oh, my goodness. Here you go. Here, you want the baby? No, you want this baby? Hey, stop. Here. You want it? You better take that baby. Okay. This one is kind of This one I think is stupid. I'm going to tell you right now. I think this is stupid. They did this, Brad.
Oh, yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, BarkBox, but this is stupid. Okay, you may think it's cute and everything inside, but this for a dog to play with is stupid. It's just, See, Charlie didn't even like it. He didn't even want it. So, and then we have the 2 treats and then the stick. So we got, every box we get one of these. I'll pull this up in a minute. I don't know. I think this is my last bark box. And I'm not too impressed. Some of the toys are cute, but some of them are like, are you kidding me? Some of them are big and bulky and there's no place for the owner to grab a hold of to play tug with your dog. Right, Charlie? And then some of them are like this stupid cookbook that is just, I don't know any other way to say it. It's asinine. I'm highly irritated about it. This is stupid, BarkBox. This is fucking stupid. Pardon my French. But this is stupid. Okay, I'm not going to play with this. You don't need to put all these stupid ingredients on here and stuff. And it's flat. I mean, geez. I could have done this. And it's got the squeaker, but I could make this myself. I'm not impressed. You want to play with it? Nope. Bean is not impressed. Other than she thinks because it smells like a little bit like dog treat. Let me move you guys. You can see the Bean. Right, Bean? What do you think of this? No. See, she's not impressed either. And for them not to want... Okay, this is what they're really excited about, right? This is Wakey Soft Bakes. Oh, bacon and oatmeal recipe, you guys. That might be interesting, huh? Oh, I'm going to have to cut these off. Arthritis is acting up today. Oh. And I can't even get this thing open. I'm working on it, guys. I know. I don't know. Okay. And this is what they look like. Wow. They just smell good, though. What about you, little Bean? You want to try it? Nah, she's not too impressed. She don't want it. That's not acceptable for you, is it? Okay. We'll try another time. You know, we were talking about this. This dog, when we first got her, went down and got her, was so hungry that, and she's scared to death, right? We just picked her up. And a half hour later, we're at Wendy's, and we got some chicken nuggets, and we got, hamburger and french fries. And she inhaled everything there was. Yeah. She did go down to get the treat. But she was terrified. And now she gets pretty picky about stuff. So these are Baba jerky bars, lamb recipe. And we seem to get these every month, just in a different size. You're not too sure about that treat at all, Charlie. Okay, is that good? And Nixie. They're like, they're okay. You know, they are treat connoisseurs now. They're not real happy with me because I'm making them eat up their dog biscuits. Because first of all, the other soft treats have so much fat in them, and I want my dogs to be healthy. And this is just a pumpkin and honey recipe chew stick. I don't know how that'll go over. None of my dogs like honey. I've never had a dog yet that I've owned that likes honey. So usually I break this up into pieces because, there's only one and there's $3. There you go. Here you go, little beanster. Let's see if they're going to eat those. Yeah, they are.
She seems
They
to
like
that
those.
one.
But yeah, so Jelly Bean, when she, like I said, first got her, and she would just inhale stuff. She would inhale her food, right? Remember, honey? And she would, and now she's been here long enough. She knows she's getting fed all the time. She gets picky about it, and it finally dawned on me she's secure about everything. So,
She pretty much, you're talking about when we picked her up, and didn't she pretty much eat an entire order of French fries?
Yeah. Well, she ate 2 or 3 chicken nuggets, and she's a little dog, and about a fourth of a double cheeseburger, and then about a half order of fries. And I thought, oh Lord, this dog's gonna get sick, because that's a lot of food. But she didn't, huh?
Well, and we were told that she might that they didn't give her, was it canned?
Don't give her canned food; it make her have diarrhea.
Yeah.
It doesn't, but we mix ours with rice and with those the crumble pouches. We have the rice, equal parts basically of that, a can of food, of dog food with gravy, and then dry pouch, and then we split it between 3 dogs, and not evenly because they're all different sizes. This I do think is cute, but I'm not the dog, and but I don't know. I can do more than put crazy crinkles in the bottom of these. You're not even that thrilled with this month, are you, Charlie? Not like your chicken that you have. I know. You don't. Where's your baby? Ah, easy. Where's your baby? I see your baby over there. We have that white dove that came in, and I swear he thinks it's chicken. Chicken is one of his favorite food, and so he runs around and squeaks that all the time. But he loves Charlie loves chicken and any kind of seafood or fish that he can get. He loves.
Have you noticed all the?
They're starting to eat more seafood.
Well, no, the guts from Charlie's chicken.
I know. Well, first off, he started plucking it, and then honey, the insulin is down there.
Oh, yep.
And yeah, he's starting to pull the stuffing out. Yeah. So, Charlie, don't even want this, though, huh? You don't want the turkey? He is not enthralled with this, honey.
No, he isn't.
You guys have seen him. Usually he takes stuff right away. Oh, she kind of is.
Yeah.
You want a jelly bean? Oh, she's liking it.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. You can play with it. No? She will boss Charlie around now. This is how secure Jelly Bean is. She will boss Charlie. That's all there is, sweetie. No, Charlie. Are you showing her this? Wow. What? You want more treats, Charlie? I guess that's a yes. What you want? Here, come here. Come here. Okay. Don't run me over, people. Wow. Charlie. Now remember, I have... Easy. Thank you. If I hold on to a treat, or he can just barely get his teeth on it, that'll stop your dog from wanting to take off your fingers.
Well, and what I do with him, too, is I learned this from you.
Oh, put it in the palm of your hand? Yeah. It's like this. Easy. Good boy. Jelly Bean, you like these too, huh? I didn't know if you would at first. These are those wakey soft bakes. I'm so glad I don't have to sit around and make the names up for this stuff, though. Okay, that's all, guys, for now. I'm going to put the rest in your big round thing. I have mixed in there. I'm telling you guys, I'm making the dogs eat the dog biscuit. Can you slide that over here, hon?
I can.
Brad is wearing a wedge shoe. You looked that up on Amazon. It's a wedge medical shoe. What it is the heel is built up, at least 3-4 inches.
Yeah.
And then it comes to a taper. I showed you guys a picture the other day. It came in. He's not real thrilled about wearing it, but it's going to really help promote the healing. Oh, I was going to show you guys this. I started doing the top because they've got me trained now. This is, I mix these dog biscuits and then I mix like soft treats and stuff in there. And that way, I found that when you put the soft treats in with like dog biscuits, depends on where you live in the country, but it makes like the dog biscuits just a little softer. It does, I've noticed. And just a moisture in the soft treats.
Yeah.
And also then it makes it all smell kind of like soft treats. Because at first the dogs are like dog biscuits, but what it does is it's not as expensive because dog biscuits are cheaper. And also they're not getting as much fat. And like now I have to give them one out of here because they're all standing here looking at me like,
Yes, they are.
Charlie, please don't drool on me. That's where I kind of draw the line, though. Sometimes he'll like start drooling on my kneecap, and I'm like, ugh. Here's one dog biscuit. I'm like, okay. Here's a dog biscuit toy. Oh, calm down. Here you go, Bean. So usually I just take these and I'll just dump them in and then give it a good shake. At least this month, BarkBox didn't send me. Didn't you laugh when you got home from vacation and you saw those itty bitty treats that are smaller than our dog food, dry dog food? That's one thing about feeding the dogs at night. I'm sorry, just can I finish this real quick? Is feeding the dogs at night is that they also always have dry out. I feed them the Prina 1 senior formula, I think it is. And so they always have dry out too, and plenty of water. Just like the cat, she gets fed wet every night, but she always had dry out. She hits the dry pretty hard, which is surprising. She's still doing well. She's still tormenting us. But then I just give it a good old shake. And then you just have a variety. It's their cookie jar, I call it.
Yes, it is.
So, other things that are going on is I wanted to talk about the cat is doing well. I always worry that she's getting sick or something. And, no, she's doing fine. We need to fix that one flag, that heavier flag with the truck on it. That thing to hold it around the top is gone.
Oh, okay.
So it's all slid down the pole.
Okay.
So if you could fix that too.
I'll go out. When you're done, I'm going to go out and take the garbage out.
Okay. Other than that, and I need to pay bills here in a few minutes. And then I'm making stuffed peppers for dinner. And gotta start some more laundry. I already had my cry out for today. It's just really hard witnessing your spouse. Downhill is not really the right frame, but facing more medical challenges. The disability has gotten worse lately. And sometimes you don't realize how much the disability is taking from him until, like he was on vacation and stuff. But the balance is an even bigger problem. Certainly having to wear the wedge shoes. It's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't approach on this wedge shoe because, and like I said, I've showed you guys a picture of it. The heel is really built up, and then it stops about three about 2/3 the way, and then it's flat way up there. So there's no way he can actually use his toes to walk. He has to walk on the heel, and then what this does because his diabetic ulcer on that big left toe is on the very bottom of his uh, pad on his toe. So every time he puts pressure on it, it basically destroys the new tissue that his body is growing. Then it'll bleed and everything else. So that's what we're doing with that is uh, he's going to wear that. Um, Getting closer and closer to the time that he's probably going to need to think about being in a wheelchair more. And that's a hard thing. He just told me today he thinks I need to start doing the driving because the neuropathy is so bad that, and I know a lot of people had to stop driving way before Brad has when you have neuropathy, when you have no feeling in your feet. And come that time, and that's really hard. Brad loves to drive. But we're not giving up, honey, because, we aren't going to give up till somebody helps you with your back. I know they're not a cure all. But, and, I'll tote you around, you know. And if I wasn't home or something, say I was volunteering or I had an appointment, we can arrange for other transportation.
Yeah.
But that's a hard decision, and it's a hard thing dealing with um, the changes with being in a wheelchair and stuff. But it would be easier on both of us if he was in a wheelchair when we went out of the house because that can push him and gives me something to hang on to. That way he is not, right now, he is up, down, up, down, up, down anytime we go out any place. Because, he'll sit on the rollator and then he's got to stand back up and walk and sit on the rollator. And until he gets the hip fixed and they have him doing more physical stuff, it's just excruciating. There's got to be better days than Brad having to stay on some pretty high doses of pain meds in order to cope. And sometimes I have to kind of talk him down because the pain gets so severe that, when the pain gets so severe and you're just like, you think it's never going to end and you're so tired of it. I mean, closest thing I can rate, if you don't have a chronic pain issue, and I don't consider mine chronic, is when you have that toothache that won't let up and it's there for days, and especially when it's 3 in the morning and you need to sleep and you can't because, yeah. So that's what's going on with that. I hate watching him. I feel like he's disappearing more and more every day, and that's very hard. Not gonna cry. I'll only allow myself one cry a day. I do cry a lot more. It's just hard. It's just hard watching me love go through this. This is the last thing I wanted for him, and there's a lot of things we wanted to do that we wonder if we'll be able to do it or not. But there's a lot of things we can do, especially if you are in a wheelchair. It gives us a lot more freedom to go places. It really does. Because you and I would like to go to some flea markets, and I'd like to go into a store with you. I've been working really hard on getting stronger walking and stuff,
I've noticed.
Well, I gotta be able to be there for you, and it does help. More walking I do and stuff does help with the edema. So, dealing with that, I'll be okay. Um, you know, it's stressful on both of us. It's hard on both of us. I mean, sometimes I know I'm a little shorter with Brad than I want to be, but I have like so much that I've got to get done, and I know you keep saying leave half of it for you, and it's like that's it's not just a neuropathy in his legs, his feet and legs. He's also getting some pretty bad neuropathy feeling sensations in his hands, and he also has familiar tremors, and you know, so when you have shaky hands and you're losing sensation in your fingertips and stuff, you know, that's why I want you to be able to do the woodworking and stuff now. Like we got to quit putting off stuff that we're waiting for. It's a really big lesson to all of you guys that are waiting until this or that to do things. Is you never guaranteed tomorrow, or you're never guaranteed that you can still do those things when it gets to be even a year later. Things can massively change in your life. Any of us could become paralyzed at any moment. We could be dead, we could become paralyzed, we could become very handicapped or disabled in a number of ways. And so don't put off what you want to do. Go do it now, because you never know.
Well, I mean, you look at 3 years ago, I was walking all over the place, going to fishing holes and stuff, and
Yeah,
here we are 3 years later discussing.
a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a hard thing. He was my rock. And I mean, I know he's still here, but he was my big, strong rock. And if I got sick, I didn't have to worry as much because he could help. And now we're totally switched positions, and that's what just life does. But it would be a lot easier if I had any family around or anybody to really talk to about it. I'm thinking about I may start going to counseling to deal with all of this because it can be a lot. Um, and then dealing with my own health because I've been dealing with some really bad edema in my legs, and I've been having to do the compression wraps and stuff because I'm trying to keep it from turning into cellulitis again. I just can't do another whole bout of cellulitis, and I really don't want to go in the hospital right now with the way my husband is because that would make it extremely difficult. There are some things I now have to do that you just can't. So we would probably have to see if somebody could come in and do a few of the things. I have his feet wrapped like in bondage right now. He's got the two diabetic ulcers, but they're on his toes, and he kind of especially because he has no feeling in his feet. He kind of shuffles his feet. We both are shufflers of our feet anyway. But when you have neuropathy and balance problem, you really shuffle, right? You're not gonna pick that foot up and take a chance on where it's gonna come down on. You're just gonna shuffle. And so what happens is he gets the bandages off, So I wrap his toe. I do the silver whatever it's called that they provide.
Silver cell.
Might have been. And then I do the gauze, and then I do the gauze wrapping, and then what I do is I crisscross it over the ankle and back up around the toe, and so it looks like either you can put either like a necktie that's open or a bondage thing, but it's staying on there.
No, it's not going anywhere.
It ain't going anywhere. We need to get a sock on that one though.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got this. We're doing the whole bondage thing.
Yep.
If anybody ever looks at your and stuff, you just tell them, "Oh, we forgot to take those off when we're doing bondage." Right?
Yeah.
You act really embarrassed and
Yeah.
but yeah, I like the idea that I'm just gonna. I was telling him a few minutes ago. I was just gonna if he has this mask that is snot that he loves. It's a face mask, and it looks like the guy has got a real runny nose and it's running down and stuff. I refuse to go in any place with him now that he's wearing it. I just do. Because no, just no. So he knows that's the rule. And I told him one of these times if he's wearing it and he has a doctor's appointment and I'm driving him, I'm just going to open up the door to the doctor's office and just push him in his wheelchair. And so he'll just go flying across the entryway, and people will be looking around because he's going pretty fast. It's not motorized. There's nobody pushing him. and he can just tell everybody that I just shoved him in there.
Well, and remember, you said that when I get
Oh
the
God, he
the
never will
wheelchair,
forget.
yes, the horn.
But you know, there are gonna be rules. We talked about this. You're not gonna get all horny on me when I'm with you. The horn will not be activated when the wife is with you. No, it will not. Okay?
You know what? You can't give me these things and then not let me use them.
I said you could have a horn. I didn't say it was going on a wheelchair.
I said a horn for the wheelchair, and you said yes.
Okay, but that doesn't mean it has to be put on the wheelchair.
Yes, it is
No.
for
Okay.
the
No.
wheelchair.
Okay, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
No, I'll let you have the pinwheels.
Okay. You know what I could get?
Oh God. Here we go.
They make those little air horns
No.
that run aerosol. Those are even louder
No.
than yeah.
No. No. No snot mask. No horn. Okay. No. Now I'm not. No. No horn.
But you bought the snot mask for me.
What? I didn't think everybody was gonna just. But I didn't think you were gonna wear it constantly.
I'm not wearing it now.
You know, I'm glad the shit out of you.
You guys hear that, okay? So
Feel bad for
if
me.
it goes to the police, then we've got a lot of witnesses. She's gonna slap the.
Everybody will feel sorry for him because he's all disabled and stuff, and I feel one of the things let's talk about on a more serious note. I know a lot of you guys are dealing with either parents, a family member, maybe a child, or yourself, or your spouse that is disabled or headed that way. Is it's hard when you are able-bodied. I feel bad because I can just pop up out of my chair. Now I used to not be able to.
No.
There was a point in time where I struggled to hardly be able to stand, and Brad was able, like he said 3 years ago, to be able to be walking all over the place. And now I can get up out of my chair very easy, and I feel bad when I can do that and I can walk across the room and stuff. And here he is, and he would love just to be able to walk normally
Mhm.
and stuff. And I mean, I had to cry about that earlier because you feel so bad. We're talking about maybe getting the VR, and if any of you guys have one, chime in on this because that way he could play a game and he could feel like he's walking and all of that stuff. It could be fun. And help him escape reality when the pain gets so bad. Because when the pain does get so bad, I have to make him sit. I have to make him calm down some because it's that never ending pain and you just have had it. And when it starts to crest over the 9 marker into the 10, on the pain scale. And so I like having, sometimes put on the headphones and listen to music, put on the headphones and watch something. And I tell him, I said, you could, because his phone is hooked up to the TV so he can change the stuff. And then I don't know so it plays through your phone, the TV. So then he can put his Bluetooth headphones on. He can watch whatever. We're usually watching some different stuff. And that way he could watch whatever concert on YouTube and actually, it's a good way to escape reality. But I was wondering if the VR would not be that also.
I'll have to check it out and see.
I know they have videos on YouTube showing what
okay.
that's like. And so I wanted to kind of check that out.
Okay.
And I don't know if they're real expensive or not. I know they've come down in price, but I don't know how much they might run.
Yeah,
So it's another thing, But yeah, because it gets hard. He was a very active man, and now to have to sit and stuff is really hard on him. And that's what I told him too. Is even here in the house until that hip gets fixed, if you could sit in a wheelchair and be able to do things, I think would be a lot easier on him instead of the up down up down up down all the time. Because by the time that nighttime comes, I'm usually pushing pain meds on him because he's made it through the day. We've done dinner and stuff, so now he can, he can do all over
I do too.
himself. Yeah, but how many times you see me fall asleep sitting in front of the computer? I'm like,
What was it?
I have to rewatch part of Wentworth because I fell asleep. It's the very final episode of season 8 on Wentworth, and who was falling asleep to it? And I gotta tell you guys, I don't know if you guys are a fan of Wentworth. It's on Netflix, and I think it's much better than The Orange Is the New Black. But it has been a great series, and this last season is just wow. I think it's probably my favorite, and I mean they've had some really great seasons, but I'm like, holy moly! So yeah, and then we've been watching 60 Days In, also the new season, season 6,
Yep.
and that's been really good.
Yep.
We've been watching that one together. Brad doesn't want Wentworth with me at night, type of thing. It's a women's prison thing. He's not gonna, you know. Um, and I don't know. You're watching some others. What series are you watching?
I'm watching the Flash,
Yeah, is that good?
and I like it. And
Uh-huh.
then the Blacklist. There's
You
some new
love that one.
seasons. Yeah, and
I started watching that with him, and then after a little bit, I just didn't really, wasn't my thing.
I really like James Spader.
Yeah, I like him. I
Yeah.
can remember when he was in Pretty in Pink.
Was he?
When he was real young, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize
Oh
that.
yeah. You want to see a very baby face of him? Oh yes.
I remember him. He was on Stargate,
Oh yeah.
the movie. Yeah.
But yeah. So we've been watching. We watch a lot of stuff together, and then we watch stuff apart. We're kind of taking a little break from CSI because we're watching so much of it that then sometimes you need to take a little break. Sometimes emotionally you need to take a little bit of a break because sometimes like they were going through a whole segment of kids dying and stuff, and that's hard on your that tug on those heartstrings big time and stuff. And then you're like, okay, I need to take a little break, right?
Yep.
So, oh, I never showed you guys. Brad had got me a new wedding ring. Is uh zirconia
Cubic.
cubic? Cause I don't want anything real expensive, but I needed my my original wedding ring, which was just a tiny little chip, which I think most of ours were, but I love it. It has special sentiment to me, but it doesn't fit me anymore because, I might have put on a couple more pounds. And so, I needed to size up. And I had already had it resized to a size smaller. And that's the thing, I forget that.
Yep.
I had it resized. It would fit me now, but I had it resized to a size smaller when I lost weight. And now, so, I could put it on. I'm never getting it off then. And like Brad can't get his off or anything. But yeah. So anyway, just chit chatting, guys. I get lonely. I get stressed out because this is very hard. Like I said, if I had any friend locally or any family would really help. But this is just something I need to deal with, and it's very hard. It's very isolating, very lonely. It's very isolating and lonely for you.
Well, yeah,
And
because I mean, you pointed that out. The number of years that I worked with the public, and you got to learn how to talk with people, and then when that's just taken away from
well,
you,
yeah, when you're used to working all the time, and all of a sudden you're home, and you think, great. I mean, I'm sure you had lots of dreams about when you retired and you were gonna do this and do that. Well, and then some of that stuff he can no longer do. He used to be a heck of a marksman, you know, with shooting and stuff, and also playing pool. And that stuff you can't really do. You can learn how to play pool from a wheelchair. We've seen people, and Brad's biggest thing is getting over the pride factor and feeling like he can't do things. And for everything that you lose the ability to do, you can still find other things to do, maybe two or three other things.
yeah,
Do one of the things that I like to look at is if I hadn't had so many health problems all these years, and now I'm healthier than I was years ago when I was thin. But anyway, I would never have had to slow down and stop and look at the beauty around me and stop and smell the roses, stop and smell the flowers. And maybe it wouldn't help me help him because it's the reverse now. And so I'm like, hey, you still can do everything that's taken from you. I think is a learning thing. Okay, you can't shoot like you used to. But I told him he could still teach somebody. He could still walk somebody through it. You could still teach people gun safety, which is majorly important. You know, there's other things he can still do. For everything you can't do, there's 20 different other things that you still can do. And I know it's hard for us all to get used to that. I'll never dance like I used to dance. And Brad will tell you, I used to be able to dance.
Oh man.
You can't nod your head, honey. You gotta
Well,
say.
I thought they could hear the rattle.
Anyway,
But oh yeah, you could. Yeah, you could dance.
I could dance. And I'm never gonna be able to move my hips that way again and not cause myself some serious bodily harm. And and that's okay. I have those memories. I'm glad I have those memories. We had a lot of fun. We used to go out maybe once a month to a bar usually, and we used to have like a drink, or we might each have Diet Coke the whole night, and we would dance. That's the whole reason we went there. You know, and it was fun. But, now we have those memories and I'm glad. But there's other things to do, you know. And I still can chair dance.
Yes, you can.
Sometimes I dance a little bit around the kitchen and stuff, but I'm not gonna get out there and I used to be able to dance song and song and song and song and
Well, and then watching you rock out, you're sitting in your chair and you're painting.
Yeah.
You got the headphones on, and you're doing some serious rocking out with the headphones, and it's just cool.
I'm watching him. He's got 2 sets of Bluetooth headphones, which he uses a lot, and so he's charging one and then he lets it go and then he'll charge the other one. There you go. He was having trouble getting light on. But anyway, I just want to tell, if you yourself or somebody you know is becoming more and more disabled, it's really hard not to give up. But we all, talk to other people that are disabled. It helps.
Yeah.
That's one thing you could do is join one of the Facebook groups. I belong to one that's wives of disabled husbands. And you could, that probably would really help. No,
Yeah,
it could.
it might.
Well, it's up to you.
And I know you can't be there for me all the time.
No, I can't, and I do need to start getting out and doing some things that have my own identity. As hard as that is to even find volunteer positions and stuff.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, COVID has shut so much of that stuff down.
It has. It really has. Got rather excited thinking there was an arts council in Wilson, but they did not have any volunteer positions open. Though I could call them tomorrow and find out, but that may be they have not updated that website.
Yeah. Well, what did you say the date on the website
2000, but I went into the website itself though.
Okay.
But I don't know when they've updated that. So I could call and see, usually if you're offering to volunteer and stuff, and some of it is even working with kids about art and stuff. That would be cool. That would be cool. That would be the best of both worlds because I love kids and, I love art and, to be able to help them express themselves and stuff would be wonderful.
Yep.
A positive way to express yourself.
Well, and you've seen not everybody is going to be able to get up there and just do such a lifelike painting that it looks like.
Right, sure. Yeah.
But you saw from one of the best.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he would talk to some of the
others. Oh, Jacoby?
Yeah.
Oh man, yes. We'd be in there, and I'm not trying to sound boastful, but I knew that my artwork was better than most of the students in there, right? And I might be sitting, with somebody alongside of me, and I see their artwork, and it's just like, you know, he'll come over and tell them they're doing a great job and da da da. And then he would look at mine, and I knew mine was better, and he would climb on my ass. And he and I fought the whole first semester I ever had him. I mean, I would come home so dang mad and stuff. And then after the first semester, and I think he was surprised, he was trying to see, and he knew also, finally confessed to Brad that he knew if he made me mad, that I worked even better. And of course, yeah. I'm like, so, and it was all drawing. And yeah, so, because like my painting is all just self taught, but the drawing, he became my mentor. And, I had like 3 or 4 classes just right, all blocked off, basically. I would spend all day in the art studio, and I loved it. And then he got where, we got to be friends, and he got to be friends with Brad, and he would come in the liquor store and talk to Brad quite often about me. I don't know why you guys would talk about me, but yeah, I miss him. He retired, and I miss him, but he had gotten into a relationship with a really wonderful woman who was also an artist, and she was retiring too, and they were kind of off. They wanted to go do some art camps and just kind of travel and stuff, and so he deserved it. Good for him. So anyway, we better get off here. These people probably fall asleep now. So anyway, love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so much. Thank you for watching the Bark Box. I still am rather disappointed. In that, I hope that's my last one. I'm gonna check that out later. Um, I'm not impressed by their toys, guys. When you send somebody, when you're paying $27 for their cheapest box, and this is what you get sent. This is for an extra large, very active dog. And what you did is you sewed together a couple pieces of fabric and put your crinkle fabric in the middle. Really?
Oh, it doesn't even have a squeaker in it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh.
But isn't that stupid? It's got a recipe that we could make sweet pup potato shoes. Really. Not impressed. My dogs are not impressed. This is the first time Charlie has not been excited and taken a toy out of my hand. Very first time. He didn't take either toy. So anyway. Disappointed, Bark Box. Get your shit together. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Love you guys. Everybody say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.